Namaste, dear students. First of all, I want to welcome you to our English class of grade 9. I hope today also you are ready with your English textbook, notebook and pen or pencil. Are you ready with them? Good. If so, without any delay, we are going to start our today's class. And what is it? Can you tell me? Oh yes, you are right again. Today we are going to learn a new text, that is under reading 2. And can you tell me the title of our today's text? Wow, you are right. The title of our today's text is, all of you tell me once again. Yes, the history of money. And before starting this text, I just like to ask you a few questions. You all be ready to answer me. Are you ready for it? Good. Now, look at the pictures and answer the following questions. So, you can see the picture. So, what do you see in the picture? Yes, you are right. Currencies, rupees. So, the first question for you is, what are these currencies? Now, you can see the first currency. Which country does it belong to? Yes, you are right. It is a Nepalese currency. Okay, rupees 1000. Have you seen this type of note? Yes, definitely you might have seen. So, why do you use this currency? Next picture you can see coin of Nepalese coin. Okay. Next currency you can see. Which country does it belong to? You can read here United States of America means dollar, And similarly, I want to ask you another question, that is, what would happen if we didn't have money? Now you can just imagine, and if we don't have this type of currency, what would happen in our daily life? Is it possible to buy the things? No. That's why you can understand the importance of money. So, now you might have already got the idea that we are going to learn about the history of money under the thematic title History and Civilization. So, you all be ready for it. Dear students, let's begin, and our today's title is The History of Money. So, I want to show you a model reading and you have to also follow me, okay? And you should be able to find out the information. For it, you have to read very carefully. Now, all of you listen to me first, and from next time, you have to read with me together. Is it okay for you? Good. If so, let's begin. The use of money is as old as the human civilization. Money is basically a means of exchange, and coins and notes are just items of exchange. But money was not always in the same form as the money today and is still developing. Dear students, from this paragraph, you have to understand that the use of money is as old as the human civilization. So, can you find out the time of human civilization? It's really difficult for us, From that time onwards, people have been using money. See, it's very interesting. But you have to understand that there are different forms of money. The money that we are using today was different from the past. Okay, so we are going to learn this sort of things in this text. So, are you using money these days? Sure, that's good. So, you can see the picture here again. What is this picture? So, can you tell me the name of these things? All right, don't worry, you can find here. So, you also read with me and try to find out the information. Before the invention of money, the basis of early commerce was barter, a system of direct exchange of one product for another. Subsequently, both livestock, particularly cattle, and plant products such as grain came to be used as money in many different societies at different periods. Cattle are probably the oldest of all forms of money, as the domestication of animals tended to precede the cultivation of crops. The earliest evidence of banking is found in Mesopotamia between 3000 and 2000 BCE, when temples were used to store grain and other valuables used in trade. Dear students, now I am not going to explain you this paragraph. Instead, first of all, I want to ask you the meanings of the highlighted unfamiliar words, and then after I want to ask you a question from this paragraph and you have to find out the information. So are you ready for it? Good. Now you just tell me in this context what is the meaning of the word barter, B-A-R-T-E-R, barter. So can you tell me? Okay, it means exchange for other goods or services without using money. For example, I cannot produce everything myself. So for example, if I want to get rice, then I have to give you something in return. Then only you can give me rice. So if we exchange things like this one, which are necessary for our daily life, that is what we call barter system. Okay, so here you can see we don't use money, but we exchange our things, goods, this is what we call barter system. So in the past, people used to follow this system, barter system. You gave me something, I would give you another thing. This is how we fulfilled our necessity. Is that clear to you? Good. If so, we have another unfamiliar word here, subsequently. What does it mean? It might be unfamiliar for you. It means after a particular thing has happened. So something happened, then as a result, So you can find both livestock, particularly cattle, and plant products such as grain came to be used as money. Okay, the same thing. Next, precede. Precede means that takes place before something, come before in time. Now, dear students, I want to suggest you to write down these words and meanings in your notebook so that in your free time you can read them. So are you writing? Good. Now I have a question for you based on this paragraph, and the question is, what did people use to make a trade before the invention of money? Before the money was used, what did people use? You have to find out this answer from this paragraph. Now you start searching this information. Have you got it? Good. Now your information can be like this. See, barter system. When there was not the use of money, at that time people exchanged their goods. People gave one thing and in return they took another thing. Okay, this is what we call. So your answer should be barter system. And dear students, in comprehension task, you don't need to write down complete sentence. Okay, you can just write down main ideas. Is it clear to you? Good. If so, now again I want to ask you another question, that is, how were temples used as banks in the past? Now you can find here, temples were used to store grain and other valuables used in trade. So your answer should be from here. You can find this information in this line. Okay, so what is your answer now? See, you can find from there, to store grain and other valuables used in trade. This is how the temples were used. Okay, and if you want to write in complete sentence, you can write down, temples were used as banks in the past by storing grain and other valuables used in trade. In this way you can write down. But I have already told you that we can write down only the main ideas in the comprehension task. So have you got it? Good. If so, let me take you to another text again, that is another paragraph. So let's start reading together. Some of the earliest currencies were objects from nature. You just need to keep it in your mind. A notable example is cowrie shells. You can see the picture of cowrie shells. Okay, this object is a cowrie shell. First used as many about 1200 BCE. Although they may seem a pretty random choice, the shells had a number of advantages. They were similar in size. See, advantage of using cowrie shell means they were similar in size, small and durable. See, similar size, small means easy to carry, and then durable. It is not destroyed very easily in a short time. While the mollusks that produce the shells are found in the coastal waters of the Indian and Pacific Oceans, the expansion of trade meant that even some European countries accepted cowrie shells as currency. Shells in the form of wampum were used as money by Native Americans. Another currency from nature was whale teeth. See, whale means it is an aquatic animal or type of fish, and its teeth were used as currency. Okay, interesting. So have you found it interesting? Yes. Which were used by Fijians, and the people of Yap Island carved huge discs of limestone that eventually became currency and remained as a part of the island's culture. So you can find in this paragraph also different forms of currencies. Okay, some cowrie shells, some mollusk, some whale teeth, even limestone. So different forms of currencies. So have you got the idea of this paragraph? Good. If so, we have some unfamiliar words in this paragraph. They are cowrie shells, mollusk, oceans, wampum, whale teeth, limestone. So what does cowrie shell mean? So have you got it? All right, it means the shell of any of these mollusks you can find like aquatic animals, okay, that live in water, and using the bone of that animal they can use as a, let's say, currency. Next one we have is mollusk, an invertebrate of a large phylum which includes snails, slugs, mussels and octopuses. So people use their bone as the currency. Okay, it's very interesting. But these days we are using note, paper money, very interesting, different form. Next word we have is coastal. So what does coastal mean? C-O-A-S-T-A-L. C-O-A-S-T-A-L, coastal mean off or near a coast, you can say, or side of the ocean also. Simple words. Wampum, what does it mean? Small cylindrical beads traditionally made by some North American Indian people from shells. They make again beads like pote type of thing from this type of bones of the aquatic animals, and even that can be used for the purpose of currency. Okay. Next word now, whale teeth. So it's very easy for you to understand. Whale means it is a kind of fish and its teeth, so teeth of whale fish. Next, limestone, a hard sedimentary rock you can find in white type of color. Okay, even this is used as the currency. Dear students, again I hope you might have written down the words and meanings in your notebook, so you have to write it down. Have you finished writing? Good. If so, now I have again another question for you. The question is, what was the benefit of using cowrie shells as money? Now you have to find this information in the text. Where is this information? See, I have underlined here. Advantages means benefits, okay? And the cowrie shells were similar in size, small and durable. It means easy for using, so we can carry easily, and similar size. So it is easier to count, and at the same time it is not destroyed very easily. So these are the benefits of cowrie shells. You have to write down in your answer. So your answer can be like this: similar in size, small and durable. See, so if you want to write down full form, then you can write down the benefit of using cowrie shells as money is similar in size, small and durable. But you can write down only the main ideas. Have you got it? Well, dear students, let's start reading another paragraph. Read with me, okay? Let's start then. While the use of metal for money can be traced back to Babylon before 2000 BCE, standardized and certified coinage may not have existed until the 7th century BCE. According to many historians, it was during this time that the kingdom of Lydia in present-day Turkey issued the first regulated coins. They appeared during the reign of King Elatus 610 to 560 BCE and were made of electrum a natural mixture of gold and silver. Crudely shaped like beans, these coins featured the royal symbol, a lion. Alatus' son, Croesus, reformed the kingdom's currency, introducing silver coins and gold coins. Soon, such currency began appearing elsewhere. Now, in this paragraph, again, you can find other forms of coins, or you can say currencies made of silver, gold, it's again interesting. So, we are coming to the today's date of the development of different currencies, okay. So again, dear students, you try to get the information because you have to improve your comprehension, okay. After reading, you have to get some information. So first of all, you have to understand some unfamiliar words so that it will be easier for you to understand the text. Now you can find some unfamiliar words. Let's discuss about them. So what does Babylon mean? Can you tell me? Okay, this is, you can say, name of a city, okay. So you can find the use of money, the invention of money made there also. You can see metal money, okay, metal, like it can be maybe let's say iron, gold, silver, metal. So next we have standardized. So what does it mean? All of you spell it first. standardized, standardized. You have to pronounce as standardized. Then what does it mean? You just make a guess. All right, you are very near to your meaning. Standardized means cause to conform to a standard, okay. So you have to write it down in your notebook also. Next we have the word certified. So what does it mean? Have you got the meaning? Okay, don't worry, I am here to support you. Officially recognized, certified means officially recognized, value given by the office, okay, authoritative office, authorized office. Now we have another word, that is Lydia. So have you made a guess of this word for the meaning? Okay, don't worry, it means name of a place, okay, kingdom of Lydia. Now another word we have is regulated, R-E-G-U-L-A-T-E-D, regulated. What does it mean? You can just make a guess of this word. All right, it means controlled, okay, regulated coins. Next word we have is electrum, E-L-E-C-T-R-U-M, electrum. So what does it mean? So you can find some ideas here after comma also. So it means a natural or artificial alloy of gold with at least 20% of silver used for jewelry, especially in ancient times, in the past time, okay. So the words might be difficult for you, but don't worry, if you read them twice, thrice, it will be easier for you, okay. So after it, again, I have a question that you have to find out the information. Now, the question for you is, describe the coins invented by Turkey. Now, you have to describe the coins made by Turkey. So, do you find it? Where is it? Okay, you are right. You can find this information in these lines. See, electrum, a natural mixture of gold and silver, crudely shaped like beans. These coins feature the royal symbol, a lion. So you can write your answer from this information. So your answer can be made of electrum, shaped like beans and feature the royal symbol, a lion. This is how you can write down. And if you want to write down the coins invented by Turkey, like that also you can describe. But only the main ideas are enough for comprehension answer. Is it clear to you? All right, after this we have again another paragraph. So let's start reading together again. About the 6th century BCE, leather and animal hide began to be fashioned into currency. Early ancient Rome reportedly used this type of money. It was also found in such areas as Carthage, what is now France and Russia, is believed to have used leather money. Into Peter the Great's reign 1682 to 1725 BCE, the Chinese Emperor Wudi 141 to 87 BCE created currency out of skins from his personal collection of white stogs. It was fringed and decorated with elaborate designs. Although no longer used, leather money may have left a lasting legacy. So you can find again another form of currency. So what was used in this time? Can you tell me? About 6th century. You are right. People used leather and animal skin, okay? Animal hide. So it's again interesting. Dear students, surely I will ask you the questions, okay? Before that one, let's be familiar with the unfamiliar words. So we have the word that is leather, L-E-A-T-H-E-R, leather. So what does it mean? I think it's easy for you. Okay, you are right. Leather means a material made from the skin of an animal, okay? You can use leather belt, leather shoes, but in this case, we are talking about leather currency, leather money, very interesting. So we have another word again here, animal hide. What does it mean? Animal hide. So have you got it? Okay, let me show you the meaning of this word. Animal skin treated for human use, okay? We use animal skin for different purposes, and in this case, people used animal's skin for money purpose. Isn't it interesting for you? Yes. Now another word we have is fringed, F-R-I-N-G-E-D, fringed. What does it mean? Okay, don't worry. I want to give you the meaning of this word. Fringe means having a decorative border of hanging threads, okay? So it is a kind of, you can say, decoration which is hanging on the border of something. So you can find it means on the border of the money, this type of decoration, okay? Now the next word we have in this paragraph is legacy. So what does it mean? Legacy, L-E-G-A-C-Y, legacy. What does it mean? Have you got it? Don't worry, I am here to help you. And the meaning of this word legacy is an amount of money or property left to someone in a will, okay? So you can find, although no longer used, leather money may have left a lasting legacy. It means that we people are not using leather money, but it has left a kind of impression for the development of currency, money. Have you got it? Well, if so, now I want to take you to another paragraph. So again, let's read together. Given that paper is widely believed to have originated in China, it is fitting that the country introduced paper currency. This innovation is widely thought to have occurred during the reign of Emperor Zhengzong 997 to 1022. It was made from the bark of mulberry trees, so in a sense, money really did grow on trees. So it's interesting. By the late 18th and early 19th centuries, paper money had spread to other parts of the world. The bulk of this currency, however, was not money in the traditional sense. Instead, it served as promissory notes, promises to pay specified amounts of gold or silver, which were key in the development of banks. So you can find again another form of currency, and that is of money, okay? Paper money. It's interesting. And these days we people are using paper money. And who invented this money? Yes, China invented this paper money, okay? So dear students, first of all, let's discuss the meanings of these highlighted words which might be unfamiliar for you. So we have the word innovation. What does it mean? This innovation, I think this word might be familiar to you. So can you tell me the meaning of this word in this context? Well, its meaning is a new method, idea, product, etc. Okay? See, this innovation means paper money. widely thought to have occurred during the reign of Emperor Zhengzong. Okay. So next word we have is rain, R-E-I-G-N. The sound is silent, okay? G here, this sound is silent. Rain, you have to pronounce as rain, R-E-I-G-N. What does it mean? Okay, let me show you. Rule as king. Okay, now here is emperor. So next word we have is mulberry, M-U-L-B-E-R-R-Y. What does it mean? I hope you might have guessed, a kind of fruit or maybe something edible. A small deciduous tree with broad leaves. See, it is a type of tree, a kind of tree which has broad leaves. And then we have another word, bulk. So mulberry, you can see trees, and from the skin of the trees, Chinese people invented paper money. Okay. So we have another word, bulk, B-U-L-K, bulk. What does it mean? Okay, don't worry. The mass or size of something large in a big amount, okay, in a big volume. Are you writing these words and meanings in your notebook? Good job. Dear students, now again we have another paragraph, okay. So let's start reading together again. Unsurprisingly, currency comes with a number of problems, one of which concerns fiat money. This is currency that is used on the order of a sovereign government and, unlike gold and silver coins, has no intrinsic value. Countries can thus issue such money at will, and some did, potentially making the currency worthless. This became such a problem that in 1821, the United Kingdom, then the leader in international finance, introduced the gold standard. In this monetary system, the standard unit of currency is typically kept as the value of a fixed quantity of gold, which increases confidence in international trade by preventing governments from excessively issuing currency. Eventually, other countries, including Germany, France, and the United States, adopted the gold standard. However, the system had its drawbacks. Notably, it limited a country's ability to isolate its economy from depression or inflation in the rest of the world. After the Great Depression, 1929 to 1939 CE, countries began to rethink the gold standard, and by the 1970s, gold was no longer being tied to currency. So from here, you can understand, of course, the country cannot issue money as that country likes. So there is a criterion. So they have to keep their gold, and based on their deposit of the gold, they are allowed to issue the money. Otherwise, what is the problem? See, potentially making the currency worthless. If we have too much money, then it becomes valueless, meaningless. Okay. So these days you can find American dollar has one price, Nepalese currency has another price, Japanese yen has another price. Why? It is because of this reason, okay, to prevent governments from excessively issuing currency. So now again we have some unfamiliar highlighted words. Let's talk about their meaning. So the first word we have here is fiat, F-I-A-T. What does it mean? Have you got the meaning? Have you guessed? Okay. It means a type of currency that is declared legal, tendered by a government, but has no intrinsic or fixed value. Okay. Please write it down in your notebook also. Now we have another word, that is sovereign. Okay. S-O-V-E-R-E-I-G-N. What does it mean? Sovereign means supreme or independent. Okay. Likewise, we have another word, intrinsic, I-N-T-R-I-N-S-I-C, intrinsic. What does it mean? It means inborn, the quality that we have with our birth. Next, worthless. What does it mean? Okay, I think it is easier for you. That means having no real value or use. Another word we have is isolate. What does it mean? Have you got the word? Meaning? Okay, it means separate. Now next word again you might have heard depression frequently. What does it mean here? Depression. It means sadness, okay, or inflation. Economy from depression or inflation in the rest of the world. So what does inflation mean? A general increase in prices and fall in the purchasing value of money. Price goes up, but money does not have any buying power, okay. Next one we have Great Depression. So it means the same thing, you can understand, too much sadness. And 1929 to 1939 CE BC. So what is the full form of BC? Okay, BC means before Common Era. And what does CE mean? Full form mean? Okay, you can find out Common Era, okay, before Common Era, and CE, full form of CE is Common Era. Have you got it? Now next we have the word is rethink. R-E-T-H-I-N-K, rethink. What does it mean? So you can find consider again or think about the same case another time, repeat. Next one is tied, T-I-E-D, tied. What does it mean? Tied means fastened or attached with string or similar cord, okay. So you can find, you have to write down these words meanings in your notebook. Dear students, now I have a question for you from this paragraph, and the question is, these all are questions from your exercise section after this text, and I am just giving you with the paragraphs for while reading practice, okay. And in your free time at your home, again you can write down the answers of these questions. Now the question for you is, why did the leaders in international finance introduce the gold standard in currency? So where do you find this answer in this paragraph? So first of all, find out the line from which you can write down the answer. Yes, the line is preventing governments from excessively issuing currency, okay. This can be the information. So why did the leaders, you have to give the reason, why did the leaders in international finance introduce the gold standard in currency? Means to prevent governments from excessively issuing currency, okay. So you people have to find out the answer in such a way, and you have to write down major ideas as the answer. Have you got me? Now we have the last paragraph. This is, and all of you read with me. The 21st century has given rise to novel forms of money, including digital payment and virtual currency such as Bitcoin. Are paper notes and coins going to disappear soon? Dear student, again we are talking about another form of currency. See, from paper currency again we are going to use digital currency. Very interesting, because of the age of science and technology. So here we have some words. Digital, I think this word might have been familiar for you. What does it mean? Digital. Okay, let me tell you the meaning. Expressed as series of the digits 0 and 1, okay. So 0 and 1 digit, Next word we have virtual, V-I-R-T-U-A-L, virtual. What does it mean? I think you might have been familiar with this word during lockdown. Your teacher used to take your class virtually. So do you know the meaning of it? Okay, it means not physically existing as such, but made by software, okay. You people might have learned through Zoom class, Microsoft and many more. Now another word we have is Bitcoin. What does it mean? Very advanced, digitally we are using currency these days, so you can pay online, you don't need to take out paper money, these things. So forms of currency. So a type of digital currency. So is it clear to you? Good. If so, I have a question again from this paragraph. The question is, what form of money is being used in the 21st century? So what is the answer? So you can find very easily, because we don't have a long paragraph. So what's your answer? Yes, you are right. Our answer is novel forms of money, including digital payment and virtual currencies such as Bitcoin. Okay, so what form of money is being used in the 21st century? You can write noble forms, and the forms are digital payment, virtual currency such as Bitcoin. Dear students, I hope you might have got the idea of the development of currencies from the past till today. I hope at the same time you might have got the information as I have shown you the answers. Okay, now I have a task for you, that is find the words from the text above that have the following meanings. You might have written down the meanings in your notebook. Now it's your job to tell me the words for these given meanings. So let's start. The first one is the period during which a king, queen, emperor, etc. rules, and the word begins with R. So what is the correct word for it? You are right, R-E-I-G-N, reign. Okay. Next, to happen before something. So the word starts with P. What is the correct word? Yes, you are right. P-R-E-C-D-E, precede, Another meaning we have, to control something by means of rules, and the word begins with R. What is the correct word? You tell me quickly. Oh yes, you are right again, regulate, Next, another meaning we have is simply and without much skill or attention to deal, and that starts with C. The word is crudely, C-R-U-D-E-L-Y, crudely. Okay. Next meaning we have is to form a border around something, and what is this? That starts with F. You are right, fringe, F-R-I-N-G-E, fringe. Another meaning we have is something that somebody has done successfully. What is the correct word? Legacy. Next, an official order given by somebody in authority. What is the correct word? All right, you are correct. Fiat. Next one we have is free to govern itself, completely independent. What is the correct word? Yes, you are right. That is sovereign. S-O-V-E-R-E-I-G-N, sovereign. Okay. The last we have is belonging, naturally, essential, and the word begins with I. What is the word? You are correct, intrinsic. Dear students, I have another task after this. Complete the table below with the correct information about the development of money in your free time at your home. Okay. Now finally I have a task for you, that is your home assignment, and the question for you is, how might people trade in the next 20 years? Now you have to predict, you have to guess. Okay. What form of money might be used? Now we are these days using digital money. After 20 years, what form of money would be used by the people? So talk to your friends. Is it clear to you? Good. Now we have come to the end of our today's class. I hope you might have got the idea to do the comprehension task. Dear students, keep practicing in your free time at your home. It's all for today. Have a wonderful time. Goodbye.